We are back. Welcome back to the source. Last night we got off to the hottest start ever. We were 3-1. Turned out to just be an okay night. Either way, Knicks won. Overall, I consider it a decent night. Tonight's games suck. They are terrible. I may take the night off. If you're looking for a night to take off, I suggest tonight. But we're going to run through the games anyway. Let's do it.
Welcome to the source. Hey, get the source. The source. The source. Hey, get the source.
First game up is Celtics versus Suns in Boston. This line in Boston getting 6 points at home, so we got a home dog here. 80% of early money on Boston. Look at the line here. It is now all the way down to Boston plus 3.5. This looks like another game where the books are up to some bullshit, like the Clippers game yesterday. The injury report is sketchy. Let's wait this one out. As for the injuries, we got Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker questionable for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown is listed as doubtful. I mean, I don't trust the books with this line movement. I am suspicious that the books already know that these guys are playing. So I know Phoenix minus 3.5 looks appetizing, and that's my pick. But with the bullshit the books have been pulling recently, I'm waiting it out. You got to be crazy to bet this game before you see final injury reports. So my pick is Phoenix minus 3.5. But as of now, I'm not betting anything. Stay tuned to my Twitter and Instagram. I'll keep it posted on whether or not I bet that game. Next game up is Bucks Sixers in Milwaukee. This lineup with the Bucks laying 5.5 points at home here. 65% of early money is on Philly here, so sharp slightly leaning Sixers. Look at this line. The money stays on Philly, but the consensus line goes from 5.5 all the way up to Milwaukee minus 8. Obviously, the books know some injury information that we don't, which is complete bullshit. I mean, that information should be public. These are investments we're making in these numbers. That's information needs to be public, but don't even get me started on that. Injury reports for these games. Now, Giannis left the last game with cramps, so I assume he's going to play. For the Sixers, we got Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, and Seth Curry all questionable. Like I said, I would assume the books already know who's playing, even though that information is not public yet. Horseshit. I'm going to put Philly plus 8 down as my pick, but again, I'm not putting any bets down until I see final injury reports. I don't trust anything right now, so I'm waiting it out. There's a chance I don't bet this game at all. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, next game. Next game up, Magic versus Pelicans in Orlando. This lineup with the Magic getting 7.5 points at home. Money was all over the Pelicans, and the consensus line moved from 7.5 all the way up to Orlando plus 8.5. Few injury concerns for the Magic here. Look, I'm taking the Pelicans. I'm laying the 8.5. This may be the only game I bet, or one of the only games I bet tonight. I know Pelicans are on a 4-game losing streak, but they've played a tough schedule, and I think they beat the shit out of the Magic tonight. There's a good chance I end up betting this one. I'll put it on Twitter and Instagram, so this might be the only item on the menu. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, next game. Next game up, Spurs, Pistons in San Antonio. This line opened with the Spurs laying 7.5. Early money, slightly leaning Detroit. I think it was 62% of the early money on the Pistons. Money stays on Detroit all morning, but yet the consensus line moves from San Antonio minus 7.5 all the way up to San Antonio minus 9. Why? I mean, this looks like a trap. It looks like they're trying to trap Pistons money in. I think the books may like San Antonio here. I'm going to take the Spurs here because I do think it's a trap, but again, I'm probably not going to bet it. Tonight sucks, man. These games suck. So I'll put Spurs minus 9 up, but there's a chance I don't bet it. Stay tuned to my Instagram and Twitter for that. Let's go to the next game. Next game up, Bulls versus Hornets in Chicago. This lineup with the Bulls laying 3 points at home here. 60% of early money is leaning towards the Hornets. The books react to this Charlotte money. The consensus line drops from 3 all the way down to Chicago minus 1.5, at which point we do see some Bulls money start to come in. I like Charlotte here. This one I may end up betting. I know that they're dealing with a bunch of injuries, but Devontae Graham and PJ Washington, they both look great. So I'm going to take the Hornets plus 1.5. Chicago has a ton of holes in their lineup, a bunch of problems right now. They're having trouble making stops. Still no Zach LaVine. Give me Charlotte plus 1.5. I probably will end up betting that one. I'll let you know on Twitter and Instagram next game. Next game up, Mavericks versus Lakers in Dallas. This lineup with the Mavericks laying 2 points at home. 81% of early money on Dallas. Line moves from 2 all the way up to Dallas minus 3.5. And now we see some Lakers money coming in, but I don't know if it's because of the line movement or because news came out that Anthony Davis is probably going to play in this game. I like the Lakers here. Anthony Davis is probably back. Looks like they'll have their whole lineup on the floor with the exception of LeBron, obviously. including Anthony Davis. So give me Lakers plus 3.5. I might end up betting that one. Stay tuned to my Twitter and Instagram. I'll keep you posted. Now parlay of the day. No parlay of the night. I may post a round robin of the night later on social media, on Twitter and Instagram. Also Facebook. I started using Facebook. It's the Sauce Network on Facebook. Make sure you join our Facebook group. It's called Winning Cappers. If you follow me on any form of social media, I will keep you posted on the final bets, and also I may share a round robin of the night. So if you're gonna bet tonight, be smart. These lines are sketchy. I will talk to you on Twitter and let you know what's going on. Sauce is out.